I'm Ted Oracle, and this is a reading for SM. SM wants to know, by the way, SM, thank you for your support on Patreon. He says, working my way through the videos at breakneck speed, and I have to say your teaching style resonates with me more than anyone else. Well, thank you. What I'd like to know is an appropriate time for me to pursue the side business I've had in mind recently? So we've laid out the Thoth Tarot. If you watched, you said you're watching the videos, so if you watch the latest videos on the swords, you have a very interesting reading coming up. Basically, it says no. I think one of the places where it gets ruined is wealth being upside down just sort of spoils the rest of the cards. The Eight of Wands, the haste being upside down as well means don't go forward. So a loss of money, so that gauge between initial investment and turning the initial investment into a profit, that area is going to take longer than you expected. In addition, it looks like the initial investment is going to be larger than you expected. And I say that because of wealth being upside down, the initial investment being larger than what you expect. This really points to it, as well as now science being upside down. If you watch the latest videos with Science and Truth, Princess of Wands and haste are really not in there, but science is sort of the clock and the cross in the middle, sort of working all day, but you get a reward at the end. It seems that reward is missing. Upside down, it could mean easy sailing, possibly. If this was in a different place or had different cards around it, I think this science upside down would be easy sailing, but right now I don't think it is. I think it's sort of pointing to, a bit of more work than you had anticipated. And I say that because we have a negative card here, negative card here, negative card here. So truce as well. I think the Jupiter over Libra, there's some imbalance coming as well in here that you're not expecting. In other words, let's say you're starting a band, for example, right? You could have a band member quit, or you could have a piece of equipment break, or something unexpected is coming within this venture that you're not quite prepared for, and you're not quite ready for as far as planning and everything like that. So had you said in your email, so you said you had a side business you've had in mind recently. So it's not something where you've invested a lot of time, it doesn't sound like, or you've done an extensive amount of planning in it. So it seems like that this is something that you're going to need to do more planning than what you anticipated. You're going to need to spend more time getting ready for it. You're going to need to do a lot more research than what you're expecting as well in the side business, because of the loss of money, the overwork, or basically the more work than anticipated. So truce means that you have a wrench in the machine coming, and the wrench is really going to sort of throw you off, and that Jupiter over Libra, sort of an overbalance that you're going to have to do over this unexpected event, is also going to throw a wrench in the works as well. So now then we have the horrible card, and this is an absolute, Princess of Wands is just a terrible card to have upside down. It seems that, and this is sort of the drama card, or the immature influence within the business. And this is sort of something I want to see I would never want to see this in a reading, but the fact that I see this in a business venture really sort of confuses me, because this is more of a relationship card. This is something you would see in a relationship, which basically means the relationship is going to go south quick. And there's going to be a lot of immaturity between the two people. But it seems like that you have somebody in mind that you're going to sort of rope in with this, and that person is not going to be quite prepared for it, and they're going to cause a bit of drama, and it's going to be a bit of a pain, as well as the truce as well. And the truce could be pointing at the drama caused by this other person or this other event. But basically, if you see the Princess of Wands upside down in a reading, especially to where you're getting towards the end of it, it's a terrible card. I would rather see her up here, sort of. We have a negative influence at the front. Okay, I'm okay with that. So we sort of move past that. Maybe this before truce would mean a reduction in the negative influence, but the fact that it's right after truce is terrible, in my opinion, and the fact that haste is upside down as well means that this could slow down the business progress, And not only this event, but this dramatic influence or this childish influence we have is going to slow down the business and slow down your ability to get stuff done. So basically, it's I mean, sorry, man. I appreciate the Patreon, and I want to give you like this beautiful reading, right? Be like, hey, it's gonna go great. You're gonna be a millionaire next week. But the reality is, it's one negative thing after another negative thing, and the only redeeming factor that we have here is truce. And because truce is there, and because truce is a temporary respite from the conflict or a temporary respite from something bad, I mean, even this is sort of negative in many respects, right? Because let's say, okay, let's fiddle with the swords. That's fine. Do I even have the right stack here? I'm trying to give you an example. Sorry, man. I know I'm going to go overboard here, but because you're watching the videos and you're sort of in a learning mode, so I just want to kind of give you... I got the wrong stack. Yeah, I got the wrong stack. Okay, so let's get like a different card, right? Replace truce with a different card. Peace. Peace would be great, right? Peace is on my first swords video in the fall. Peace would really be a good card here. It would really be a good card here, or be a good card after the princess. But because truce is there, and truce is not a permanent resolution, but peace is sort of more of a permanent resolution, but truce is not. Truce is again, this is the only positive card we have here, and the fact that it's here instead of something more permanent, again, sort of leans into this negative aspect of the reading. So I mean, I know I'm kind of overkilling this, but since you watch the videos, I sort of want to turn this into sort of a teaching mode as well. But the fact that we have this temporary respite between the other negative cards makes this sort of a negative card. If it's a positive card, it's a little bit of a positive. It's not a huge positive. And if we got these two and we turn them right side up, that's really going to look better long term for this business venture to go forward. But I think right now is not the opportune time. I think that this requires a bit more research than what you're expecting. I think it requires a bit more financial planning than what you're expecting. And again, I think that whoever you're planning to get into the business with you, you need to either prepare them for the longevity of the business, or just change the strat basically on this. So sort of video game, change the strat, right? Anyway, sorry for that negative reading. I really wanted to get something positive. If this would have been, I'd get rid of this card and I'd do this, and then I would do this, and that is a great reading. That is a fantastic reading, especially with wealth at the end, especially with Eight of Wands and the haste at the end, right? Go forward, make haste. Everything will be great. This will be fantastic. And then science changes the context of the entire reading. Even though it's upside down, now this is sort of a positive card in this particular reading, right? Especially because you're ending on wealth. But again, I know, overkill. Sorry, I'm sort of dragging on at this point, but yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. If you would like a reading of your own, please email me at the address down there in the description. And I'm Tarot Oracle. Please hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.